Hi everyone, I am so glad you're here today because I am decorating the living room for Christmas. Y'all know how much I love this season and how much I love to decorate my home. I've spent my whole adult life trying to recreate the magic my mother made for us when we were little, and I hope through the years that I've been able to do that for my own children. The biggest part of that, I think, for me is using things that mean something to our family, things that have been passed down, things we've made. I try to copy some of the things my grandmothers did, and you'll see that in this room. So follow along as I get this room ready for Christmas. I'll be outside gathering some greenery, making some swags like my grandmother did. I'll be adding some bows here and there. You know I'm going to be moving around pillows and blankets and that sort of thing. And I'll be decorating the tree. I'm really excited to share with you, and I hope that you're inspired to find some things that mean something to you and your family so that you can create those memories to pass down. I always start with this tree I bought back in 2014 from Grandin Road. It's currently on sale for $179, plus there's a 25% off coupon to take it lower. So y'all, that is a good deal. I've seen people with an $800 tree this year, and from the photos I've seen, it is not a bit better than this one right here, especially if you like that more sparse vintage look. Next, I layered 2 strands of incandescent warm mini lights. Y'all know how I feel about LED Christmas lights, the blinking, the weird blue or green glow, so I'd rather use these and not leave the lights on as long to save some energy because they look so much better. Funny enough, it seems like all the influencers are using incandescent this year. I then added my True Tone LED C7s in the classic colors, and these are the only LED bulbs that have the warm glow of the vintage ones. I love these because they look exactly like the bulbs my grandmother and mother used to use, but they don't get hot and they save energy as well. The glow on these is just like the trees I remember from my childhood. I bought 2 boxes of the classic colors a few years back, and I bought one more box this year just to have extra. Every year I drape some fabric around the center of the tree just because I like how that looks. I feel like it grounds everything and also adds some of the main color I'm using. Everything I have for my trees is old. Some of my ornaments belong to my great-grandmother, including these beads that I've carefully wrapped up year after year, and I've restrung them a few times as well over the years, but they are incredibly special to me. I also have a collection of crocheted snowflakes. Some my mother bought for me probably back in the 90s, and some were made by each of my grandmothers. I also saved the strands of popcorn I made probably 10 years ago. I just wrapped them very carefully around cardboard, then sealed them in a plastic bag, and they stay nice year after year. I also saved the oranges I dried several years back the same way. I just seal them in a plastic bag and keep them in a box in a dark closet where they're not exposed to anything like moisture. This year, I decided to switch up what I put on this tree with the other one I have more on the kitchen side of the room, and ended up using the dried oranges, popcorn garlands, the crocheted snowflakes, and some paper snowflakes my husband and kids made years ago. I added some plaid bows, most of which I made in the 90s, and I've just added to those every year, as well as some little plaid stockings I made to sell in my shop several years back. Also, a very, very special doll I received for Christmas is under my tree this year, along with Daddy's little cowboy boots. I absolutely love this version of my tree, and you'll see the whole thing a little bit later when I do the reveal. Y'all know how much I love to gather greenery from outside, and I used cedar this year for my swags over the mantle and the windows I have hanging from the old house Daddy grew up in. All I do is gather my cedar branches, then wire them together with floral wire, and I'll add a ribbon and sometimes pine cones. I've saved these ribbons for many years, and I just use the same ones every year. I, of course, played around with pillows and blankets and accessories until I got a look I liked. I had a vision in mind of a rustic kind of mountain cabin Christmas So I wanted to use some of my native art collection, furry throws, patterned pillows, pine cones, anything natural and organic, as well as staying within a color palette of red, black, and white with green sprinkled in. Funny enough, looking back at the photo of the Northern Lights, that kind of was the inspiration for this color palette that really focused on red and black. I love how it all came together and how just using the Christmas decor I had in a different way gave me a different look. I'll share my room all decorated and also link a blog post that has photos and details. Thank you so much, my friends, for being here, for following, and I hope you're encouraged to try something different that really reflects you, your family, and the traditions you want to create in your home. This is Christmas, the evergreen singing aloud its poem of constant renewal, the festive mood spreading lilting magic everywhere, the gifts of recollection calling to heart the graces of life, the star in the sky calling to mind the wisdom of hope, the warmth of candlelight glowing against the darkness, the birth of a child linking past to future, the symbol of love absorbing all violence. This is Christmas. Howard Thurman, from his book, The Mood of Christmas and Other Celebrations. Merry Christmas, my friends.